We're in a true crisis situation. True crisis. And everyone in the office is convinced this could be the end for me as bishop. It could force me to resign if, in fact, they make a story.
It is those recordings that helped lead to the resignation of Buffalo Bishop Ryszard Malone. But what has happened to the whistleblowing priest who made the recordings, and why is he being punished for doing the right thing? I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht reports.
Father Ryszard Biernat may be a hero to many Catholics, but leaders in the Diocese of Buffalo still think of him as a traitor. On his last day in office, Bishop Malone handed down a decree imposing a penal remedy in the name of God, saying that because Biernat had been very critical of me, he had betrayed the responsibility of his office and caused scandal among the faithful. He's forbidden from celebrating the sacraments as a priest.
The only regrets I have is that indeed the situation, that situation took place of Bishop Malone not acting properly.
Biernat's conscience is clear, but that hasn't saved him the wrath of church officials like Chancellor Regina Murphy, who told Biernat the sanctions could be lifted, quote, if you truly regret what seemed to have been poor choices on your part.
In that decree, they cite policies of secrecy, but isn't that what led us into trouble that we are in right now? Secrecy, that we kept things secret, and everything is okay as long as people don't find out.
A flurry of correspondence provided by Biernat shows he has tried to get Malone's replacement to undo the penalty. But more than 90 days into his administration, Bishop Edward Scharfenberger has failed to do so. A spokesman for the new bishop declined to comment, but said in an email that Scharfenberger, quote, continues to explore Father Ryszard's future ministry with him. The two are scheduled to meet a week from today.
You can't build salvation on a lie. You know, salvation is built on truth, of cross, of Jesus' death and resurrection.
Then came last week when Father Ryszard wrote a Facebook post that quickly went viral, revealing that his alleged abuser, Father Art Smith, made inappropriate remarks to him at a recent mass organized by Scharfenberger. Tuesday, Scharfenberger told the Buffalo News that he was considering reinstating Father Ryszard. But the bishop drew criticism from Catholics for saying that Biernat needed to show, quote, accountability for his actions.
Every time I would pray about it, I thought of the people of Buffalo. Like they need to know, you know, they need to know, and they need to know how their bishop is in private, how their bishop is behind the closed doors.
Since then, Biernat has lost 30 pounds and has been living a life of fasting and reflection. But he longs to return to what he says is his calling.
I love being a priest. I love working with the people, and that's how I feel the most myself. Celebrating those sacraments, being with the people, being with the grieving families, celebrating their funerals, or being with the couple, celebrating their wedding. You know, it feels right to be there. You know, like I belong here.
For the I-Team, Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.